up, guys? Hope we are well. The other time we talked about London, yeah. Today we're talking about Manchester. Besides, if you've not seen the London video, you're sleeping on a bicycle. We're going to be talking about known facts about Manchester, living in Manchester, the good, the bad, spanning from accommodation, jobs, cost of living in Manchester, transportation, lifestyle, weather, education, healthcare. We're going to be breaking it down, highlighting the good sides and the bad sides as well. Are you ready? Let's do this. So, Manchester here is located in the northwest of England with an estimated population of about 2.6 million. Now, of recent times, yeah, we've seen people flocking Manchester. Speaking as a Nigerian myself, I know so many of our people who are pitching their tents aggressively in Manchester, winning, acquiring properties in Manchester, because recently there is this government housing development plan. It is big in Manchester, so it's seeing more people acquiring properties at very affordable rate. And you know how this thing goes: when one person finds it easy, gets established, the next person is doing it, their neighbor is doing it, their friends, the news is spreading. So there is this influx of people more than before in Manchester. That is why it is worth talking about. The flow of this conversation will be juxtaposing the pros and the cons, so we can just see it alongside, yeah, and figure it out together as we go. Right, and most of our info today, being that I don't live in Manchester, is coming from expert arrivals, TripAdvisor, and online reviews from professionals, working professionals and students who live in Manchester. Okay, so one of the pro in terms of accommodations, I've said earlier, in the intro, is getting a property in Manchester is very affordable. With as little as £350, £300, one can get a very comfortable accommodation in Manchester. And the accommodation there are very nice. They have so many new buildings there, newly developed sites, and getting accommodation there is not as competitive as what it would be like here in London, for example. Yeah. Now, Manchester is a city for working professionals and students, and you wouldn't be shocked as they have up to 4 universities in Manchester. And for working professionals, there are great industries for professionals in law, in biotechnology, in digital media. And it's so exciting that these persons, these expatriates coming into this country, especially if you're going into this Manchester being the city of conversation here, you are going to be facing less competition compared to cities like London, for example, where the competition is high. There are less people in Manchester with a wide array of job opportunities for them to choose from. So that's actually a good thing, yeah. But the downside of it is the lower salaries compared to London, for example. The salary in Manchester is not so great, but all of these factors still depend on your lifestyle. I'm very big on frugal lifestyle. You will live comfortably, especially considering the low cost of accommodation there in Manchester. I believe it balances well with the not so high salary there, and that's because we're comparing it with bigger cities like this one or bigger cities around Europe. Okay, now coming down to getting around Manchester, speaking of transportation in the area, they have great network of public transportation, which is really interesting to know because they have various transportation services there in Manchester compared to London. That is the Transport for London. There in Manchester, there is this healthy competition that keeps transportation fare in check, so commuters don't have to pay through their nose to get around. And the thing with competition here, once competition is healthy, it makes these business owners, these competitors, speaking of these transportation lines, always want to give their best, always want to give the best service to ensure sustainability of customers and continuity in business. So it's actually favoring the commuters the most, as these service providers are doing the ultimate most to stay in business. Okay, when it comes to lifestyle in Manchester, yeah, it is said that they have a fantastic nightlife. It is said that the life there is Chilia Kagelu, if you know what I'm saying. As a matter as a matter of fact, it's even dubbed UK's music capital. Okay, O'Shea, music capital. Right, so they say when it comes to jazz music, classical, electronic music, high life, that they are buzzing. And also with the locals, it is said that the locals there are very friendly, as they're always curious and eager to engage you in conversation. I would not say so alien, because here in the UK it happens, but it's like, no, sorry, here in London it does happen, but according to what's been said, they're trying, some persons who've come over to London, comparing it to Manchester, they say in London it's like many people are always in a hurry because of the fast-paced life. So many persons are just rushing off to, you know, their business and minding their business. Compared to Manchester, people are more friendly, people are more relaxed, people are, you know, more engaging and want to spend time to, hello, how you doing? Did you eat last night? Essentially, their locals are really friendly. Also, the city is also said to be really diverse, all thanks to immigration from Chinatown to Curry Mile. New visitors in this city are guaranteed to have the best of cultures. Do you like Chinese food? That place is for you. Indian, Pakistan, just name it. However it is you like it, you'll feel at home. Plus, there's so many universities there, like up to 4 of them. Yes, 4 big universities there. So you're going to have to choose if this is a pro for you or a con. For me personally, I think it's a pro, you know, having, you know, these big universities in this city. What does it tell? It tells there's going to be more diversity. There are going to be more young people who would potentially be working professionals, which will add to the economic growth of the city, as a matter of fact. I think I like that, you know, it has all of these universities in them. Oh man, it's getting really dark. I'm trying to wrap this up. Okay, about the weather, yeah, it's said to be more rainy than it is sunny, so locals there have adjusted to investing in good umbrellas. And then during the sunny period, the rarely sunny period, families get to steal this opportunity to come out and chill in the sun. But generally, in the UK, if you know, our weather here is mostly cold than, you know, it is hot or it is sunny, because it could just be sunny one time and 5 minutes later it's raining. So yeah, the weather is really, really unpredictable, but generally, personally, I like it. The weather wouldn't be an issue. It's something very adjustable to. And then educational system in Manchester, just as with every other part in the UK, education there is government funded. Speaking of primary and secondary education, so whether you are coming in as a new immigrant, the environment is actually going to suit you well, as your children can, you know, get registered into school. Just make the inquiry, find out whatever, you know, documentation might be necessary, and your children can go to school free of charge there in Manchester. And then quickly moving on to healthcare, which is about the last point. Healthcare, just as every other part in the UK, is absolutely free, totally accessible. If you've come in on whatever visa category you've come in to live in the UK, you would have paid the health surcharge fee if applicable. So you can, at any point of any health breakdown, which we don't hope for, but in the advent, you know, that happens to be the case, you can easily feel free to access any of the NHS hospitals in and around the area, you and every other member of your family. From the case of pregnancy to health breakdown, you're covered. Maternity here in the UK is superb, 100%. I am a beneficiary myself, so I can tell you for sure, yes, it is great. And in case you'd like to know my own experience about, you know, the NHS, I have that playlist down here. Look through it, just have an idea what the NHS system here in the UK looks like and feels like. About the cons, some of them could be really crazy. I also have my own experience here. I told that story already, and the waiting list can be long, especially when you come in for emergency. You might have to wait a tad bit longer than you might have anticipated. So usually before you go into the hospital, it's best to, you know, book an appointment, call them over the phone and book an appointment. But if it is an emergency, like an obvious emergency, the case will definitely be treated as a priority. Just to add, in conjunction with emergency services here are great. Speaking of the ambulance service, say for example you are in your house and then there happens to be an accident, an unforeseen circumstance that requires immediate medical attention, you just call the 999 NHS 911. Please, somebody help me down there. 111. What is it? You just call this emergency ambulance service, and in 2 minutes, I tell you, they will be in your house, attend to whatever it is, give you the first aid, and if you need to be taken to the hospital right away, immediately, you're going to be carted down to the hospital. All right. So these are the highlights of living in Manchester. Are there more things you know about living in Manchester? We love the comment section. Leave your thoughts down in the comment section and look out for the next city comparison, which will be Birmingham. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.